Tomb Raider levels are full of exciting and intricate puzzles. Some puzzles were major set-piece environments that were fun to explore, others were brain teasers based around pulling levers and avoiding traps that used to be a pain to solve it. Thing is, over the years, I forgot most of the puzzles, but some of them will stick in my memory forever. So today, I decided to bring you my top 7 Tomb Raider puzzles of all time. Quick note, this is by no means my hardest Tomb Raider puzzles of all time. That's a video for another day. This is simply puzzles in the series that I enjoyed or not, that I will never ever forget. And with that being said, let's get into the video. Number 7. City of Kain, Tomb Raider. The City of Kain shows off the best of Tomb Raider platforming, which in turn leads to this entire level essentially being one gigantic environmental puzzle. There are only a few enemies here, and because of that, the real challenge comes from traversing the level and working out the puzzling design. It is memorable for both this and the wide open spaces by which Lara can explore. Even working out your next step in this labyrinth is something of a puzzle itself, so this will always be in my memory for being a magical, beautiful, well done puzzle, but also for being a pain in my ass as I always have a hard time trying to solve it. Number 6. King Arthur's Tomb, Tomb Raider Legend. Ironically set beneath a King Arthur museum, this level takes Lara with exploring the catacombs below it to search for his tomb. Although this is a more laid-back level than most on this list, the puzzles laid out across the level are simplistic but amazing at the same time, particularly the flaming floors and traversing the lost medieval halls themselves. The soft atmosphere is only broken once in this level by the boss fight, which serves to make these puzzles more memorable. They are not as unforgiving as others in the series, but they still most definitely stand out. Number 5. Mystery of the White Queen Puzzle, Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
To claim her treasure, the adventurer Lara Croft must outwit the king, reach the Forbidden Tomb, and solve the mystery of the White Queen.
Continuing the theme of peace and quiet on this list, this puzzle takes place during a flashback segment in Shadow of the Tomb Raider. As this is normal with the newer games, the puzzle is a defined event as opposed to a series of mini puzzles. It still encapsulates the classic Tomb Raider vibes with levers, ladders and dials, but in an interesting setting with exciting story beats. All in all, it creates a memorable experience even if it's a slightly easier one. Number 4. Jungle, Tomb Raider 3. Yeah, I know it's not a puzzle per se, but in my experience, it definitely feels like one. Tomb Raider 3's opening level pulled out all the stops to prove to players that after 2 games, the series could still kick your butt. Jungle, set in a monkey-infested ruins in India, starts with Lara sliding down a muddy ramp riddle with spikes and a boulder that will smoosh you if you stand up in the wrong place. Players encounter traps like these numerous times throughout the level, making every step and jump feel very tense. The real threat here isn't the boulder traps or the spiky pitfalls though. It is a quicksand. A misplaced jump will send Lara into the mud, forcing players to watch as her body slowly sinks below the surface and her breath meter runs empty. Jungle remains one of the series' biggest slap in the face. I still remember the frustration that I felt every single time that I died back in the day, so I couldn't really leave Jungle out even if this is not a puzzle. Number 3. San Francisco Folly, Tomb Raider and Tomb Raider Anniversary. This level has it all. Crazy tap-laden puzzles, bloodthirsty exotic animals, even an Indiana Jones-inspired boulder trap. Lara travels to San Francisco Folly in Greece, looking for a piece of an ancient artifact, but gets a lot more than she bargained for. The brunt of this level involves leaping and dangling from a series of platforms, pillaring up to the center of a multi-stored chamber. To explore deeper, Lara needs to survive a sequence of combat and platforming challenges across 4 rooms connected to the central hub, each themed after certain gods. Navigating to each room is a challenge itself, but the true difficulty resides in each room's traps. This level has everything. It's Tomb Raider at its best and most challenging. Even though I always had problems with this level, on the other hand, this level is so beautiful that I will never forget, especially the version remade for Tomb Raider Anniversary. Don't you agree? Fight me on that. Number 2, Area 51, Tomb Raider 3. Area 51 in Tomb Raider 3 provides the perfect blend of challenge, enjoyment, and the widest variety of puzzles seen in a level. And as a bonus, they all perfectly suited to the environment which Lara finds herself. This includes motion sensors, turrets, lasers, radiations, and much more. The setting and these traps combine to create a memorable puzzle maze in which you'll never quite know what will be waiting for you around the corner. It's a great combination of factors that, when taken as a whole, make for one of the series' most fondly remembered sequences. Plus, don't tell anyone, but you kinda get to know the forbidden Area 51, so that's quite cool. And my number 1, Syria Rise of the Tomb Raider. Forming the introductional puzzle of the game, this one requires Lara to get to the top of the structure containing the tomb that she wishes to get to. Lara must scale the structure while going through all sorts of obstacles and traps to get there. It is fairly easy, but the level of difficulty is not what makes it so memorable. The setting is amongst the best in the Tomb Raider game, and the reward for completing the puzzle is perhaps the best escape sequence in the series' history. The Syrian tomb provides an extremely strong start to a brilliant game, an entry that makes me believe that Tomb Raider can and will have a bright future ahead. And these were my most memorable Tomb Raider puzzles of all time. Now let me know if you agree with any of them, and also let me know your list, I'm quite curious. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, and if you want to be up to date with all things Tomb Raider, please subscribe to the channel. Now here are the top 3 comments from the last video referring to Amazon being the next publisher for the new Tomb Raider game. First, Beppy's Grandmaster said, "The only thing I love about this news is that Amazon will promote the hell out of it. I just want another Tomb Raider game as soon as possible." Second, Silent Winter 3D said, "I'm sure Amazon will fund the advertising well. My concern is on phrases like most expensive, which could mean a bigger hub than Piety, and a lot more filler content rather than the actual levels and tombs to raid. Then again, I prefer the older games to the Survivor series, and hubs don't interest me as much anyway." And lastly, Emil Geiger, sorry if I pronounced that wrong, said, "I'm really excited for what's to come, but at the same time, I worry about the longest time gap in Tomb Raider history. People outside Tomb Raider fandom will forget about the series for sure." And that's a wrap for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please stay safe, and I'll see you all in our next adventure.